Hi, welcome to Yoga Time, and welcome Doreen, and thank you for doing another yoga class for us in our community for Ascension. And Doreen is where astrology meets yoga, and we have a lot of astrology going on. So without further ado, I'm going to turn you guys over to Doreen now.
So namaste and welcome everybody today. So happy to be here on this beautiful Sunday here in North Carolina, wherever you might be viewing from. And yes, Adam and I were discussing some of the astrology things and holidays today. There's so many holidays today. I cannot believe it. Jewish Purim, Holi in the Hindu faith, as we were saying, Palm Sunday, I believe, for those of you that celebrate that. And we were doing it a week early from Easter. We didn't want to miss a lot of you on Easter Sunday, so we pushed it up a week. But in astrology, we have so many holidays this week as well, too, or holidays, things going on. So this yoga class is kind of going to be a little bit of a mix because there is so much going on in the energy. And depending if you study Western astrology or Vedic astrology, it's kind of two different energies. And so I'm sure Adam spoke on this. I haven't had a chance. I was telling Adam, unfortunately, to watch this morning, but the full moon eclipse is happening 3 a.m.-ish tomorrow morning. And that full moon is bringing the energy of Western astrology. That energy is one astrology, which is in Libra, the balance sign, the sign of balance. And then in Vedic astrology, it's going to go from, I want to say it's Virgo. And so we've got two different energies, but either way, whichever it is, an eclipse is a time to think about what you need to eclipse out of your life. And yoga is a great way to eclipse energies and things out of your life and to get the energies and juices moving, just even from breaths, from meditations, from chants, and from poses. All of it helps change your energy in your body. So however you want to sit, I'm sitting on what's called heel sitting pose right now. You can sit. But what I would like to do right now is to just focus on your breath for a moment and put your hands on your belly and close your eyes and just breathe in and breathe out softly and slowly for a moment or two. Inhaling and exhaling, and the breath itself helps your body to balance the flow. Inhaling and exhaling, and just let yourself breathe normal. Try not to control the breath. There's so many things in our adult lives that we have to control. Try to just not control your breath and just focus on being still and calm and peaceful and quiet as you inhale and as you exhale. I always like to close my eyes when I'm breathing at first because it helps me to just look in instead of out. Instead of looking around at other things going on, I'm just focusing in. But in the yoga world, when we do a lot of breaths and meditations, it tells you to focus on your third eye, that point between your brows. And imagine your eyes when they're closed are focusing on that third eye point. A lot of times I like to activate my third eye just by touching it and tapping on it to help activate it. And that's where your gaze should go many times when your eyes are closed, when you're breathing, or you're doing any type of meditation. A really great meditation that I love to do is when you bring your hands up and over to tap your back of your shoulders, up and over. And the chant we say is Vaheguru, 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 Vahejiho. I'm going to do it just a couple times. Vaheguru, 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 Vahejiho. One or two more. Vaheguru, 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 Vahejiho. Last one. Vaheguru, 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 Vahejiho. This actually is a Kundalini chant, that style of yoga that helps you to release past karmas, past debts. And when it's eclipse season is about releasing that stuff, releasing what's no longer serving you. So this is something that you can do this week and for the next few weeks when we hit eclipse season. Right now it's the lunar eclipse that's going to be happening, and then we're going to have a solar eclipse coming up. And so Vahigu is a great way to help that. Another thing about this energy, this full moon with Libra being balanced between I and me and you and the whole collective, or we versus me. Libra is all about balance. So we're going to do some balance things. We're going to balance some things from our breath to our poses. And so some people feel that balance poses are only standing up, but believe it or not, there are balance poses down low. And we're going to start out with one very easily for you. If you get on your hands and knees on cat-cow pose, this is not the balance pose, but it's a good start where you breathe in and you breathe out. You breathe in and you breathe out. One or two more. You inhale, you exhale. You inhale and you exhale. But the balance pose is what's coming up right now. To extend out one of your arms and extend out the opposite leg. Now, this is the balance part. How balanced are you? You don't have to look like me when you're doing it, and I have those straight lines. If you need to have your foot lower and just barely off the floor or mat, or if you need to have your hand lower, touching down and lifting back up, you can do that as well. But what you should focus on is looking straight ahead at a point either on the floor or on the wall ahead of you or whatever's in front of you, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Now, if this is very easy for you, because I know there's some advanced yogis that do this, close your eyes. If any pose seems simple, close your eyes and do the pose, and that immediately makes it more challenging. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to switch the leg extended behind us and the arm reaching in front of us. And you're going to see how you're balanced on that side. Is it easier or harder? Make sure you're breathing and not holding your breath. Make sure you're looking in front of you. Or if this is very easy and simple for you, close your eyes and see if that's harder for you as you inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to come back and we're going to bring our heels down to our feet. Open your knees a little bit if you need to. Extend your belly down. Stretch those arms forward and bring your forehead, your third eye, down to the mat. And let that third eye chakra hit the mat and keep it there for a moment as you breathe in and breathe out, or inhale and exhale. Very nice. And then we're going to come back on all fours again for a moment. And we're going to do a different type of yoga pose on this. Now, if you watched my feet, I had the toes resting. This time I'm going to tuck the toes under because I'm going to go into our downward facing dog, where you gently start to extend your bottom up and lift. Those of you that do downward facing dog, you might know this as tripod pose. For my younger students, I like to call it lifting up your tail. But we're going to lift the leg up, or you can bend it at the knee. We're going to bring it back down. We're going to lift the other one up. You can bend it at the knee. Or you can put it down if that's too challenging. For some, it might be challenging. Here's another balance pose from downward facing dog. You're going to extend an arm under you to your opposite thigh. You're going to look under that armpit up at the ceiling or sky. You're going to bring your hand back down. I'm going to do it to the other side. Hand on the opposite thigh. Head underneath my armpit, looking up. Coming back. Come back down. Lower your knees back down. Let the toes relax. Extend those hands and bring your forehead, third eye back down. Rest there for a moment, yoga friends. We're going to come back up when you're ready in just a moment. We're going to sit again. I love sitting in heel sitting pose, but for many of you, this might not be comfortable. And what you might need to do is put a pillow behind your bottom, between your bottom and heels, a rolled up bolster, a rolled up blanket in order to sit this way. For me, it's very easy, but I've been doing this a long time. So I realize that you might have to modify this pose to sit comfortably. And if this is totally uncomfortable, sit however you're comfortable, because the next thing that we're going to do is just do a gentle twist. And we're going to gently twist and look behind us, and gently twist the opposite way and look behind us. Nice. And then we're going to come up on our knees. I'm going to back myself up a little bit so I don't cut my head off. I'm going to put one extended leg out. I'm going to slide down the gate. And this is called open gate, close gate. I'm going to open the gate to the eclipse energy and close the gate. And one more time, I'm going to open the gate and close the gate. And then I'm going to do the other side. Balance on my other knee, bring my other foot extended. Now, some yoga styles like the foot faced forward, extended that way. I personally do not mind which way, whichever is more comfortable for you. And I'm going to open the gate and close the gate and open the gate and close the gate. And one last time, open the gate and close the gate. Now I'm going to come back to both knees together for a moment. Very good. And I'm going to come back to heel sitting pose. And I just love Kundalini Camel. Kundalini Camel looks like this from the side. Okay? Kundalini Camel is a great one for your lower back. And I have been having lower back issues. I couldn't figure out if it was from my 12-hour drive that it took me to get to New York last week when it's normally 9 to 10 hours, or if it was from carrying my 5-year-old grandson around for a few days. I couldn't tell what I did, but I did something to my back. So this really helps. So if you're ready, join us in Kundalini Camel for a moment. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Couple more. And this is a great way to start to tone, to get ready for that beach bodies when the weather and the snow and the ice is all melted. You can get back outside in the sun. And in bathing suit season, oh yes, this is a good one for that area, to tone that area. And also, of course, your lower back. So that one really helps. All right, we're going to do a heart opening pose from here because this full moon eclipse is relationships. And so Libra is all about relationships. And it's one of the best signs for relationships. And so we are going to open up our hearts and be open to new relationships. And so sometimes when you do heart opening poses, you might feel it and get very emotional. When I've taught special needs children or high risk youth, it's a difference. High risk youth students that are away from homes, that might be living in a facility, heart opening poses have caused them to let out and spill out their emotions. So keep that in mind. If you feel emotional when you're doing it, it's very normal. And so camel, regular traditional camel pose, which is this one, where your hands come down and your head goes back. That's a toughie. So if you can't do that one, I'm sorry, I was trying to stay in camera. Hold your lower back and just arch up and look back. And then after you have done it for a moment or two, it might be a lot, you come forward and you rest in child's pose, forehead down. And for those of you that camel pose is piece of cake, You know this pose. You could do one arm first to stretch one way, one arm the other, and then extend both arms back for your camel. And then go forward to rest. And that's a huge heart opening pose. I'm going to show you another one or two. And we're going to help you balance that Libra energy, that relationship energy. We're going to come down onto our bellies into Cobra pose, hands underneath your shoulders and elbows in. Push your heart up and open. Think about what you're opening your heart up to this week, this month, this year, during eclipse season, and release. And one more time. Come on up. Don't bring your shoulders up to your ears. Keep them down. Elbows in. And come on down and release. And one last time. Push yourself up. Try not to hold your breath. Try to inhale and exhale as you do this. Close your eyes. Look towards your third eye, your brow chakra, and come on back down. Very good. Very good. All right. I'm going to put us into a twist next because twists help us to let go of things. It releases toxins in your body, but I also want you to let go of what you're going to eclipse out of your body for your health, especially if you're feeling like this is more of a Virgo full moon eclipse. This Virgo full moon is about health, focused a lot on health. And so again, like I said, I feel like it might be more like the Vedic astrology one, this one, because I know so many people with health issues right now. So one leg over the other, one hand behind your back, opposite hand over your front knee, twist and look behind you. And think about what you want to release from your body that's no longer serving you. What is keeping your body from being in optimum health? What do you need to let go of in your body and release? And if you are in perfect, great condition, think about somebody you love and care about, what they might need to release from their body, what they need to let go of this eclipse season. And let's try the other side. So you're going to bring one leg over the other, one arm over that one. This hand goes behind the small of your back on your mat. Look behind you, and you should take a couple breaths. I usually say 3 breaths, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Come back to center. Crisscross your legs for a moment. Have your hands open. Close your eyes, and I want you to now be open to receive good health, good energy to come and take the place of what you've released. Optimum health, everything working as it should. Everybody is different. It'll be different for everybody or someone that they know. So take just a moment with that intention as you inhale and as you exhale. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, and so we are going to slowly rise to do some standing poses, because when you talk about balance poses, and I want to go back now to it being a Libra full moon for Western astrology, we're going to do some balance poses to stand up. So for all of you that need a little bit of help to get yourself up, we're going to all stand up. I'm going to see if I totally cut myself. Give me one moment. Let me just fix this. I'm going to adjust my screen for you so you can see me as well as you can. I'll be at the very back end of my mat here to do some balance poses. Okay. Excuse me. Start in mountain pose or Tadasana. Mountain pose, you can have your feet touching or just a little bit apart, hands at your sides. Close your eyes. Stay in mountain or Tadasana pose. Close your eyes and come up on your toes. Oh, I'm still out of screen, so I'm going to fix that for a moment as you're doing that. Let me just fix that. Sorry, Adam. Technical difficulties. Okay. Come up on your toes, stay on your toes, balance, close your eyes, stay on your toes, bring your toes down. And now bring your toes up, come back on your heels. Oh my goodness. Lift your toes up, back on your heels, balance on your heels only. Bring those toes down, bring your heels up one more time, close your eyes. Trying to do this with your eyes closed is where that balance comes into play. And then heels, lift up your toes. Good, and you can open your eyes. Now we're going to do a couple poses, simple ones, and then and we'll make them a little bit more challenging. Okay, we're going to do stork pose, one arm up, opposite knee up. Whoa, I'm even having troubles doing stork pose. Look at that. Stay there, extend that arm up to the ceiling. No, you can't see my hand, but my hand is reaching for the ceiling. My other hand is reaching down. And that's kind of what when you have a full moon, you have the opposite signs opposite each other. Here we go. We have our Libra on one end, and we have our Aries on the other. So imagine this is Aries pointing down and Libra pointing up. Switch. Libra north, Aries south. Kind of the opposite right now of what's going on with the north node and south nodes. If you follow the nodes, it's the complete opposite. For those of you that are Aries or Libra, you'll be feeling this full moon a lot. If you follow Western astrology, opposite knee up, stork pose. Okay, let's go into flamingo pose, we like to call it, or flying bird. Arms out, leg back. Depending on what yoga style you study, they call the same pose different names. I've studied many different yoga styles, including Cheldren, which I specialize in. But here you go. Bring your feet together and then switch sides. Oh, I'm hitting my Buddha. I have to come forward more. Oh, goodness. It's a little challenging here for me to get used to my new home studio and the spacing. And hold that pose for a moment. Okay, now we're going to go into Warrior 3, which I love as a balance pose. We're going to bring one leg back, both hands forward. The reason I love Warrior 3 is like you're extending your arms towards one direction, but your foot is pulling back the other direction. Again, those north and south nodes pulling, or with this lunar eclipse, you've got Libra and Aries opposite. So cool. Opposites are great. And then we're going to try the other side one more time. And again, we're going to bring it. And then I'm sorry, I should have really told you about the Vedic astrology, because I'm talking about both depending on what you study. And you've got Virgo versus Pisces. Pisces, very watery. Virgo, all about health. But Pisces is also a healing sign. So if you follow that, it's a great time for healing and healing work. So Adam's timing of doing that healing video, I was watching that a little bit earlier. It was a great distant healing video with lots of great tips. Okay, come on back. Come back to Tadasana. Come back to mountain pose. Close your eyes for a moment. You know what? I'm going to bring my hands to my heart if you'd like to, because I feel the need to bring my hands to my heart, especially during a full moon eclipse and eclipse season, because I'm going to be eclipsing some things too from my life. And it's a great time to put your hands on your heart and know, what is it that needs to go? What needs to go? What do you need to eclipse? This is a great time to let it go. And if you're not sure, just putting your hands on your heart and asking yourself that question, closing your eyes and see what your body speaks to you or what thoughts come in. Okay, let's do another balance pose or two, and then we're going to come down. All right, so I would love it if we can do a very challenging eagle pose, where you bring one foot around the other leg. One leg that's standing is bent. And whatever knee is on top bent, you're going to do the opposite hand over the other arm. Get the hands to join, or opposite arm, and reach at the same time. There's so many parts to this eagle pose. Very tricky. I tell my kids to make a kickstand. So if you're new to yoga, just make a kickstand and do it. And if you're old to yoga, I hate that word old, but if you've been doing yoga a while and you've been practicing a while, just bring that foot up and twirl it around your lower leg or calf muscle if you can. And lift and fly like an eagle. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Great job on one of the very advanced poses to do. Switch to your opposite arm over the other. Oh, I'm really having balance issues for a moment getting into the pose. And again, beginners, make a kickstand, and more advanced, intermediate to advanced, you can lift that leg up and bring those arms up. And then come back. Last one, chair pose. Woohoo! Should almost feel like celebrating. I feel like celebrating this new moon eclipse, celebrating releasing, celebrating being open to new energy, whatever that might be for you. Lowering yourself down. I'm going to do a balance pose or two down low. I'm going to have us bring our legs up, bring our arms up, stay there a moment in boat pose. Hello, boats. How are you today, boats? Are you good? This one really builds your core strength. If it's difficult or challenging, bring one foot down, bring it up, bring the other foot down, bring it up as needed. And then we're going to come down, come forward, fold. If you can reach your toes, great. If you can't, hold on to your shins, your ankles, whatever you can reach, bring your head down. Have your heart kiss your legs or attempt to kiss your legs, let's say. Bring your head down. Hold that for a moment. One more time. Come forward, head down. Very nice. Okay, now we're going to do some things on our backs before we rest. So let me just going to turn you down a little bit further so you can see the full mat. Sorry about that. I need like an assistant here today to keep doing this for me instead of me. Okay. All right. So we're going to come down on our backs with our knees bent. Does that feel good? Holy moly, it does. Arms out to the side, knees in. Okay, we're going to do some gentle twists. Twist to one side, but look the opposite way. So whatever way your knees are dropping, look the other way. Arms out in a T. And then you're going to bring your knees up. I like to keep them a tiny bit off the floor from falling, but if you don't have that core strength, it's okay if they hit the floor gently. But I like to keep them up to make it more challenging off the floor. Okay, bring those knees back up. Now we're going to bring one leg down, opposite hand to opposite knee. And we're going to twist that knee across our body. Leg is extended, that's on the mat. Your arm is still out in a T. Your shoulder is flat against the mat. Look the opposite way at your hand that's extended out the other way. Then you're going to come back to center. Then you're going to hold that knee with the same side hand. The other arm's going to go out like in a T or half a T. And you're going to extend that hip and open up that hip. So many adults have such tight hips and hip issues. And then we're going to bring that knee back up to center and then release it and wait before you grab the other one. This is usually when you can feel the difference of your right versus left side. Whichever side you did first, can you feel the difference from the other side? Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But let's try the other side now. Bring that other knee up. Hold it with your opposite hand. Bring it across your body. Extend that leg, that nice and straight that's on the mat. Look over your opposite hand. Bring that knee across. Stay there. Keep your shoulder down. So many things to think about when you do this. This is why sometimes it's a great idea to have an in-person yoga class whenever you can, Because if you're doing something incorrectly at home, nobody can see if it's incorrect unless you're doing and going to an in-person class. So it's always good to get an in-person teacher if you're able to. Opposite hand to opposite knee, and then bring it out, and then bring it up, and then extend both feet down. Wow, I hope that that's feeling pretty good. I wonder if you're ready to rest yet. I want to do 1 or 2 more before you do, so that your body is completely ready to handle this eclipse energy. This is a really powerful time. Besides the solar flares that happened, there was one today that I felt that immediately gave me such a bad headache immediately. Oh my gosh. All right, bring your foot up on your opposite knee, your hands. One hand goes in between your legs, like threading the needle. The other goes on the outside to meet your other hand, and you bring your head in towards your feet. And then release, come down. This is a little tricky one, so if you were confused by directions, sorry about that. Again, you have your hand of the same side leg that's bent. That hand's going to go through your legs, grab hold of your knee. Then the other hand from the outside of your knee is going to grab hold of the other hand or clasp it. And then we're going to bring our head in towards your knee. And then we're going to release. And then for those of you very flexible, you can bring your feet together, your legs out. You can bring your hands here. Some yoga classes love this reclining reverse frog position. Some do not love this position. And so if you're comfortable in this position, you can rest this way. Some will need yoga blocks under their knees or little bolsters or blankets underneath. Some just want to do it for a moment or two and it feels awkward or uncomfortable, and that's okay. And it releases tension in your hips. This whole area releases tension. And then we're going to relax our legs nice and straight. We're going to relax our hands down. We're going to close our eyes. And we're going to breathe in healing energy, whether it's the healing energy of that Virgo Pisces full moon, or if it's the healing energy of eclipsing out everything not serving us of the Libra full moon. I want you to think for a moment which one you resonated more with. It's okay. There's no right or wrong answer. I just do it that way myself when I deal with astrology. I like looking at both styles and figuring out which one fits better. And then I like to combine it with yoga. So take a moment and relax your toes and relax your feet and relax the balls of your feet and relax the arches of your feet. Relax the heels of your feet and relax each toe from your big toe down to your little toe. Let your right foot fall to the right and your left foot fall to the left as your hips open to release tension and receive good energy. Relax your calf muscles and your shins, the back side of your knees to the kneecaps, the hamstrings to the thighs. Relax your hips and your buttocks, your lower abdomen as you inhale and exhale healing energy of this beautiful eclipse happening tonight, early morning, whichever you want to call it. The full moon is always a healing energy. Relax your lower back and your sides as you inhale and exhale. Relax your belly and your chest. Relax your shoulders, your arms, down to your elbows and your wrists. Relax your hands, let them be open to receive all good things to come your way in good energy. Relax your fingertips. Maybe they're tingling right now. Mine are tingling. Relax the back of your head and your neck. Let your neck be soft. Relax your face, your cheeks, your mouth. Close your eyes softly. Open your mouth slightly. Relax your ears and your forehead. Even relax your hair. Feel it as it falls to the sides if you have long hair or any hair. And if you have no hair, that's okay too. Relax your head, your forehead, the top of your head, the crown of your head. And if there's any part of your body that I neglected to say that your energy is focusing on right now, relax that part of your body now too, as you inhale and exhale. And I want you to take a moment before this full moon eclipse happens. And I want you to take a moment about thinking about what you're going to release to the universe, to source, to the ethers, what you're going to let go of. If you like to journal, it's a great time to journal when you're done with the yoga. If you like to paint or color, any artistic things are coming out right now during this full moon as well. If you like music, it's a great time to play some soft music for yourself. And take one more minute or so, relaxing, breathing, noticing how your body feels from when we started this class to when we ended this class. This is a great time for you to just focus on you and nobody else. And that's the beauty of yoga and meditation. You have to just focus on you and your breath and your body and how it feels. And when you feel ready, you can slowly rise, push yourself up, stretch if you need to, wiggle. And when you feel ready to sit up like I am sitting, we're going to take our hands in front of our hearts, where your soul lives. And if you follow some spiritual leaders like, I know James Van Praagh loves to say your soul resides here, above you and up to your heart level. And 70% of your soul is outside your body. And other people believe that your soul is totally within inside of you until you're passing. And so whatever your belief system is, the heart center that Adam talks about and teaches all the time is a great place to focus. And your third eye I talked about a lot today. So we'll imagine connecting the two as we place our hands together. Take a deep breath in with me. Om. Sat Nam. I am saying Sat Nam today. It means truth is my essence. Truth is your essence. May you be truthful with yourself during this full moon eclipse. And may this eclipse bring you everything, including good health. Namaste. Have a great yoga day.
Oops. I like it this way better. Namaste. That was great. And my Wi-Fi is a little like antsy, so I may lose you shortly.
Okay.
But anyway, but I just wanted to say, if you want to contact Doreen for more information, I believe I've got the right website up there.
It looks right. Thank you, Adam. Yep, that's right. That's definitely right.
She has great programs for children, and every now and then she might work with adults like us. But we're children at heart, so we're still part of children's yoga here. And of course, Doreen knows that I love the Kundalini yoga. I love the chants, all that.
Yes.
So
Me too.
so beautiful. Yes. So thanks everybody that was in. You guys that were here live, and those that are coming as a video, because I know more of you will be here later on as a video. And you can repeat this. There's a playlist of all of Doreen's classes. It's got to be close to 10 now on the playlist.
I
So
imagine so. I hope they take advantage of it, and I wish everybody a beautiful eclipse and eclipse season.
yeah, yes. So I think you all got that. I can hide that comment now. Yeah, beautiful eclipse season, perfect way to go into the eclipse, get that balance through yoga practice for this Libra eclipse full moon. Because, Libra's the sign of balance, and eclipses are intense energy. So it's going to, I guess challenge is the best word, challenge your sense of balance, but challenge is a good thing because through challenge comes growth. So we'll get to see where we're out of balance. I'll put it that way. Because the eclipses, it's about shadows, so it exposes the shadows, and a lot of what Doreen was saying is on the live stream that we did 2 nights ago on the 5 things you need to know about this eclipse. Purging, releasing was a big part of it. So we're all connected. We're all aligned to the same frequency. So that's great. And Donna's saying, thank you, Doreen. Now replay. I've got this. Okay. Okay. Good. So the replay, I mean, you can, technically you can go back to the beginning right now if you want, but as soon as I end, it's basically a video for about 12 hours, like a video of the live, and then it uploads as an upload of 12 hours after the live. So some people can access the live streams for 12 hours. Some can. It's just a weird YouTube thing, I guess. But anyway, thanks, Doreen.
My pleasure.
For being
Namaste,
here.
everybody.
Namaste. Have an what is it? Terrific day.
Namaste.
Amazing day.
That was Satnam. Truth is my essence. Truth is their essence.
Satnam, yes. Truth, identity, yes. All right, ending. Good night. May the